With the ever-increasing threat of weapons on Britain's streets, many of the Durham and Cleveland interceptors are highly trained firearms officers. But as every interceptor knows, jobs involving the threat of weapons often have a habit of throwing up the unexpected. In Thornaby, interceptors Paul Mustard Faulkner and Lee Wilson are responding to an emergency call. A group of lads are alleged to have been threatening one another out on a street, and the cops suspect there could be weapons involved.
A report of a disturbance in the street in the Thornaby area. The information is that one of the persons was in possession of a handgun, 9mm handgun.
Firearms officer Paul confesses he's a dab hand in the garden, but today he's intent on weeding out weapons. And riding alongside him is his firearms-trained crewmate Lee, a keen cyclist who will ride to the edge of the earth if it means locking up a lawbreaker. The report suggests the trouble is between two groups of lads. With the possibility of a gun being seen, the interceptors have been given permission to arm themselves with Heckler and Koch assault rifles.
I've got an update on a description of possible offender. I'm just going to basically get there and see how the land lies and what information is very sketchy from the caller.
As Paul and Lee head to the scene of the suspected disturbance, an update suggests the lads may now have piled into the car.
What we're going to do is roll up to the address now and sort of take both ends of the street. From there, we'll see what we get. Whether this person's still around or whether they've made off with this vehicle. This is where teamwork really comes into play.
Paul and Lee are joined by two other firearms units, but as they scout the street where the report came from, there's no sign of the suspects. The interceptors fear this job could be a bit of a wild goose chase.
Because we haven't located them, the authorities were to conduct a search of stream descendants. So we're going to unload, locate, review.
But just as Paul and Lee pack down their guns, a call comes over the radio. A few streets away, dog handler Justin Moffitt's got a vehicle failing to stop, and they suspect it could be linked to the earlier disturbance.
Justin's got a vehicle at speed. I think it's possibly going to be a decamp. Time to plough the road. Oh, Lord.
But further down the road with Justin, there's been a development. Paul and Lee prepare to spring into action.
Maria.
And waste no time frisking the lads for weapons.
You got anything on you, shouldn't have?
Oh, no, I'm nothing off.
No, are you sure? I'm probably not right. Well, I'm going to pack you down and make sure, okay? Look, what's all this about, officer? You tell me.
The lads appear to be clean,
No, right, I'm going to search you, okay, officer?
but dog handler Justin Moffitt made a worrying discovery in the car.
She's a plumber.
A wrench and a kitchen knife, both deadly in the wrong hands and not what the interceptors want to find on the streets. The job is getting stranger by the second as a search of the surrounding area turns up an unusual find.
Not sure what's in those, but the one we're thinking is related to the job that we've come from in Thornaby. If it's something untoward, I'm thinking either ammonia or petrol, cheap little petrol bombs, those, or ammonia that was squirted in somebody's face and do some serious harm. That could be very nasty. Think about a liquid, throw it on a person, something like that, pops. You know, I said it, I like that. That's a really nasty thing to do.
The cops are treating the unknown liquid as suspicious and are not ruling out the possibility it's linked to the suspected disturbance Paul and Lee responded to earlier. And to top it off, a call's just come in from a member of the public claiming they saw someone tossing a package from a car window into a garden around the corner. As Paul and Lee head off to investigate, they could be in for a bit of a shock.
It's been locked in a plastic bag and a bed sheet in another plastic bag, but also there's some cartridges there. The assumption is it's a firearm.
He's not wrong. As crime scene investigators unwrap the blanket, a shotgun is revealed, along with a bag of ammunition.
They're lethal, actually quite distant, so they will kill. They're designed for doing small vermin and things like that.
only can a hinged shotgun like this be folded, but the cops have seen a worrying trend to convert them into sawn-off shotguns, which are much easier for criminals to hide.
Normally they'll take this bit off and then shorten the barrel. As you can see, you can probably get that weapon down to about that size because you can hold it. And who knows, we might have stopped them before somebody's actually had a chance to saw it off.
The seriousness of this incident now is sort of hitting home. We've got Finger Crime here, along with the force armourer and firearms examiner. They're now going to go through the process of forensically recovering that firearm. Could have been quite a different outcome for us, really.
For now, the 4 lads in the car are going to be carted off to the police station, where they'll face some tough questions. After further investigation, it was never determined what was in the condoms, and there was no evidence to suggest they had anything to do with the lads in the car. But the interceptors did find a bag of controlled substance similar to heroin in the back of the car. One of the passengers was convicted of possession of Class A drugs and was given a conditional discharge. The bloke behind the wheel was convicted of driving whilst disqualified and no insurance, as well as 2 further offences from a separate incident. He was sentenced to 38 weeks in prison. No further action was taken regarding the shotgun and the knife.
There'll be no crime today, thanks to the interceptors.
The trend for homegrown cannabis in the UK is on the rise, and it's estimated to earn criminals over £1 billion each year. Nationwide, cops are now seizing more than 300,000 cannabis plants a year, and the Durham and Cleveland interceptors are weeding out their fair share of green-fingered criminals. Today, Sergeant Kev Salter has his sights set on another grove he suspects is in the outbuilding of a local farm.
We are just in the list at the moment. We've got other crews coming to get together, just have a discussion about what we're going to do. For these types of things, we don't like to just storm in there and not know what each other's doing, so we're just going to have a quick chat and then get on our way and get the research.
Kev's anticipating quite a haul, and maybe not just drugs. He's recruited the services of fellow interceptors Spike, Tom Teague, and Richie Gatland.
Yeah, you're going to the left, we'll go to the right. When you come to the country lane, fork off to the right, we'll go to the front.
There may be people in the end farm building and we don't know who they are.
The interceptors can handle themselves against the cannabis criminals, but it sounds like today there could be an unwanted visitor to greet them. One of the 8-legged variety.
The information that we've got is that there's a potential spider on these premises. The occupier of these premises, they did buy a spider. There's a potential he may not be there at the moment. So you just need to be cautious of a spider.
Being prepared for anything. We've been told that there's someone potentially being hospitalised after being bitten by a spider from these premises. That's not going to happen to us.
Arachnids aside, if the intelligence is correct, the interceptors could be heading into a very dangerous situation.
We don't know who's in there. We don't know what weapons they've got, if any. So the main thing is that we get the place surrounded, get them secured, and then do what we have to do. But the concern in our minds at the moment is the threat.
I've seen them.
At the farm, instantly Spike's nose starts twitching.
Stinks.
Definitely something in there. Definitely.
Red on.
I have no idea what
Yes, he had to go at
Get
Chloe.
straight down to business.
Again. You people that are way tired today.
Down the front door. What if someone had hold of it as we came in?
Look at their treats.
It's multi-style football, which is designed to either hold like that, strike bigger, or you
I've got to put in the shed.
another form of weapon.
Not only is there a stash of knives,
Can't remember what's in it.
a worrying collection of air
Someone else has just
As I
joined.
was saying on the way in, we don't know what we're going to find when we come to these places.
as well as a set of nunchucks.
There's only one purpose that choose for, and that's causing injury to people. As simple as that.
So far, but up
Sorry, Lou.
found evidence.
what's his name, Ray?
cardboard, it looks like it's
I really can't remember because you forget it. You know they've got to go in this shit. More balls because they go through it like that.
Tom and Richie find
They got some herbs. They needed some more of this type.
It's obviously a professional setup. It's not certainly not for somebody's personal use. I'm sure. I can't even considerable amount of value within it.
What time
Once
is it?
harvested, the cops calculate criminals could earn around £1,000. The springs behind this setup have used a sophisticated
Going through their balls like anything at the minute. They got a little hanging flower in their cage.
To prevent someone feeling the heat from the outside, or probably more importantly, an infrared camera that's attached to our helicopter, picking up the
Which
heat
one
source.
for dinner?
So I say that this cruise design is to keep the heat in.
And it's not just the heat cannabis criminals try to conceal.
I'll only have half so anyway of what's in the bag. I don't want a
The
lot.
electrical supply as well set up as what this one is. It's on an industrial scale.
Bag.
These survivors are a common trait in cannabis farms.
Literally just wired the cable directly into the internal bit of the meter, so it's not actually going through the meter, it's just bypassing it and getting free electricity, which will be worth a fortune.
It's estimated that a third of all electricity stolen nationwide is to feed illegal cannabis farms. But with the wires exposed, what can it cost?
That's incredibly dangerous. Touch one of those and you're going to shake hands with a nuclear reactor somewhere. So who the people who do this don't care.
With the dangerous and illegal acts of abstracting electricity to add to a growing list of crimes, Kev's hunch that this property is a hotspot for criminality is starting to pay off.
We'll get the plans seized and we'll go on the hunt and get this guy locked up and see what he has to say for himself.
The interceptors have a lead to the man they think is responsible for this cannabis farm. They suspect he's at a house a few miles up the road. Ted's determined not to clock off until he's felt someone's collar.
We don't like to do a job like that and get what we've got without the person in handcuffs.
You're right. What are you like?
Someone be like,
What hospital?
alright,
I'll tap your leg. I've got big fire spider.
do you know where we've just been?
My house.
Yeah.
I had a phone call saying he was in bed.
Yeah. Cannabis.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cannabis grove, like.
A bit of. Quite a lot of. Okay, the electricity meter.
Right.
Okay, and also some air weapons which are found there.
The BB guns in the air rifles.
Yeah, so we're going to need
The
to.
shotguns look real, by the way.
Alright, my colleague's going to arrest you.
The bloke appears to be playing ball and is swiftly arrested.
Is there any cannabis in this house?
But there's one question Spike is itching to ask.
Well, what happened to the spider? I went to bed on Friday night, right? A couple of weeks ago. Literally a spider the size of my fingernail bit my knee. So it was just a little Lindsay Wincy one.
That's the lives in the house. That house that we just said.
Yeah. Right. So they get bitten by old so it wasn't a great big one that you could see? No.
We've managed to trace the suspect. We've also got him now in custody. We're going to be interviewed by Spike. He's not the typical type of person that I thought he was going to be. He's very upbeat. He is quite a polite young man. Obviously, he's got a lot to answer for. So we'll see exactly what he's got to say in the interview. We've heard this rumour that he's potentially being bit by a spider and he might not be there. We've gone in, searched the premises, not thinking anything of it. So now the lads and the lads are all panicking, trying to remove the property.
No idea.
Down too well.
What just happened there,
The
girls?
cannabis haul totaled 27 plants with an estimated street value of around £27,000. All were seized and destroyed later admitted to growing the cannabis.
It says I can
abstracting
vote Sammy on
electricity.
here.
He was given a police caution. The weapons seized at the house weren't claimed and
You know,
so
set me
destroyed.
on.
And thankfully, no interceptors came into contact with the spider.
Yeah, you can invite her to join as a guest.
Still to come. The race is on for Jacko to sting a suspected unlicensed driver.
I've got yours on.
Belly urgency for a vehicle, let's just try to run.
And the Sarge is under the cosh.
Out the car, I'll lock it up from stuff.
Careful.
Kate's dealing with meetings, deadlines, and a banging headache. Luckily, Panadol Extra Advanced tablets are made for people like Kate and others who want effective pain relief that's more powerful than standard paracetamol.
What are you doing
Panadol
there,
Extra
Ivy?
Advanced gets to work in 10 minutes. That's one for Panadol. Say yes to summer with the biggest ever tea sale. Say yes to free kids races. Say yes to
I just remembered what else I was meant to get out.
so many holiday options to
For them to have.
Holiday countdown started. 2 Atal and Active Protection. Enamel is your first line of defense against cavities and erosion. Pronamel Anti-Shield toothpaste gives stronger enamel defense.
What are you doing, Ivy?
And 24-hour cavity protection. I would really recommend Pronamel
Ivy.
Anti-Shield toothpaste.
You're gonna go get some crap. You're gonna get some crap.
Setting the right mood at home shouldn't be difficult or complicated. Try Erica Social
where every month you get 2 chances to win a dream home. With guaranteed winners and limited tickets on every draw.
Someone's invited me to co-host.
You can take the home mortgage
Someone
loan,
invited me to
choose the cash
co-host.
alternative. Yes, there's 7 days
Yeah,
you can choose
I didn't
between a
accept
home
it in
or
time.
a cash alternative. The choice is yours. Enter now to win your dream home or take the cash at 7days.co.uk.
Oh, we got. Oh, we're getting the parts now.
Store to door from hospitals 20 minutes. If constipation makes your day feel offbeat, take Fibogel every day. It harnesses the power of fiber to help you get back to regularity.
100. Oh, God, the likes keep going up. Can you see up the top?
Yeah.
It's not the lack of anything, but just the right amount of everything.
Deceptively simple. How to put a nice filter up in a washing machine? Vinegar, bicarb, washing detergent. Really? Instead, just add Calgon 4-in-1 gel to every wash. Compared to vinegar, when Calgon gel is added to hard water, it removes more lime scale, up to 95%, preventing lime scale build-up in your machine. Now that's a cleaning hack.
How? Wow. What do you pay for it? Such a silly question, you know, because it's not about the price tag, is it? It's about the memories that we create. What I always say about houses. Ouch. If you want to know the value of your home or theirs, just ask Super. Throat pain ruining your moment? Just Strepsils Extra. The soothing relief that's clinically proven. Its effective triple action relieves throat pain, fights the infection, and soothes your sore throat. Strepsils Extra. Own every moment.
I was diagnosed with grade 4 glioblastoma brain cancer. I thought we were never going to have a future, and here we are now,
Bizarre.
3 years later.
Invited you to co-host again.
Join those that gift in their will to Cancer Research UK and help find new ways to outsmart cancer. Find out more at cruk.org/gifts and wills. Together we are beating cancer.
It's the Super Bowl. You can watch it on Prize for free. Touchdown!
Don't squeeze. Prime Time, sponsored by Kayak.
As highly trained pursuit drivers, the interceptors rarely come off second best when chasing down criminals on the road. But sometimes the cop sees the opportunity to stop vehicles before they get into a pursuit. One of the most effective tools in their armoury is the stinger. A bed of nails
The sauce will be done.
tires,
I've just got to check the pasta. I've got it on high.
bringing it to a halt. It's either thrown in front of the target car or pulled into its path. Getting a perfect hit on the stinger takes a lot of skill, and it's not for the faint-hearted. One interceptor who's no stranger to the stinger is Jacko. Today he's back out on patrol west of County Durham in one of the team's unmarked BMW X5s. It's been an unusually tame morning for the experienced interceptor.
Well, telling me what about today.
But all that's about to change. The airwaves are now buzzing. A bloke's alleged to have nicked his girlfriend's car and has taken to the road. If that wasn't bad enough, the cops suspect the fella might not have a licence.
Probably I'm going next 58 or so, mate. Last stop to the city here, but we've just got a road name or road number. We've had a report come in that there's a male stolen a car from the concert area. He has no license, no insurance, and he's taken his partner's car.
Details are vague, but the interceptors know they have to treat all reports on face value. With a potential unlicensed car thief out on the roads, every available interceptor is now on route.
We've got a rough idea of the area he's in, so we're just going to concentrate on our search efforts there. We've got as many pops as we can once to start to find them. We need to get them sooner rather than later.
The vehicle the cops are after is a black 4x4.
When you go in the kitchen and check your food, could you bring one of the bags in? A bag, just so I can put that. That's what I've got to take down to their shed.
And he has a possible match for it up ahead. The unlicensed car thief has no idea he's being killed by the interceptor. Further up the road, Jacko's cooking a plan to get the vehicle stopped. Jacko knows if the driver is unlicensed, he needs to get him stopped before the driver does something reckless.
Well, if you want us to go for a stinger, I am ahead of you north on the 68 up in there, get a stinger out of the way.
Jacko's plan is to sting the 4x4's tyres and stop the car in
Love
its
this
tracks.
place in the blue socks. They're up
The determined
there
interceptor
somewhere.
has got to work quickly to stand any chance of laying his trap.
Well, if you continue down the bank, I'm secreted behind the bus stop at West Saturday. It's still going to be really unlikely, yeah?
As Jacko uses his unmarked police car for cover, the driver has no idea what is ahead. The 4x4 is now just a few hundred yards away. If the driver spots Jacko's trap, there's no telling what he can do.
3-6. I don't know if when it gets within about 50 yards, if you want to go for the stop, if he throws it, I'll then sting him, or whether you want us to just turn it and sting him.
Izzy, get off the house.
Yes, see the cars.
But there's a problem. The target vehicle
Look what
has
Izzy's
been
done
slowed
to
by
the
traffic
house.
and is now too close to the car in front. The chances of Jacko pulling off a successful sting are
Chloe
getting
was in
slimmer.
there. She tried squishing her.
With the car now just meters away, it's the moment of truth. Time to perfection. Against the odds, Jacko scored a direct hit on both of the 4x4's front tyres.
Get on the car for us, fella. Come on. Elevate the stop. There's on it.
speed and surprise element of the strike has left the suspected unlicensed driver both stunned and speechless.
It's worked out really well. The Dawn Stinger. The two tyres, and he knows what's coming. He's giving up the boat straight away. But once he gets something to do it, it's even rarer that you do it at work.
Thanks to Jacko's skill